Goal Krushers, welcome back to Crushing Goals with Karen. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. Okay, today's video, I'm super excited about it. As you know, on this channel, we're always talking, well, at least this channel is all about goal setting, planning, and execution. Okay, so in today's video, I want to share with you two products that I have been using, one longer than the other, but nonetheless, I've been using it and using them both, and I wanted to share with you all my first thoughts, my first take on these two planners. So we're going to go ahead, get right into the intro, and I'll be right back to share with you my thoughts. Okay, so the two planners that we're going to talk about today are the Cultivate What Matters, this planner right here. And as you all know, I've featured this planner plenty of times on my channel. And then I have the Moxie Life Goal Setting Planner. I'm going to share with you my thoughts and my takes on these two planners. So if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. And if you are tuning in for the very first time, go ahead and leave hashtag Crushing Goals so that I'll know that you are joining me for the very first time, and I will be able to give you a nice warm greeting when I check my comments. So I love interacting with you all. So if you have used either of these planners, please let me know. Tell me what you like about it and what you didn't like about it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. So, okay, Goal Krushers. So here are the two planners side by side. Okay, and just the size alone is a big difference. Okay, the ring size is a lot different. So with the Cultivate What Matters, as you can see, the rings are a lot smaller, and they measure, get my little handy dandy ruler here. Cultivate What Matters is measuring 1 2/3, and the rings on the Moxie Life is measuring 1.5. So, and I mean, you can visually see the difference between the sizes of the rings of both planners. So, the edges on the Cultivate What Matters is definitely a lot sharper. This is more smooth. Moxie Life puts me in the size frame of a EC planner. Okay. All right. As far as the texture of the covers, they feel pretty much the same. Feels really good. I do like the fact that Moxie Life has this strap here to actually help you close. Okay. So yeah. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about the prep work for Cultivate What Matters. The prep work in both of these planners are very, very different. Okay. They both include some self-assessments, or evaluations, and this is the evaluation for Cultivate What Matters. Okay, and Cultivate What Matters refer to these areas as life areas. So you have your 8 areas: health, friends, finances, spiritual and personal growth, spouse, significant other, family, work, and recreation. However, with this, you are free to change these however it suits you. And I do like the fact that they give you a general idea, but if you wanted to take and put spouse and family together, that would be fine too. And then if you want to do environment or organizational goals here as one of your blocks, you are definitely free to do that in this planner. These are just ideas to help you. And I also have on my channel a list of a video where I did with areas of our lives that we should consider goal setting for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave that in the iCards. So with Cultivate What Matters, you will be able to see that they focus a lot on self-identification and reflections. And let me see if I can get to those areas. Okay, so moving past your fear, good things, your challenges, and then the lessons you've learned, people that you're grateful for. And then it talks about your big picture, okay? And one of the things that I really enjoy about Cultivate What Matters is that it talks about your legacy and what do you want to be? What do you want to be known for? So that's one of the things that I really like about Cultivate What Matters. And then it gives you a space in this planner where you can actually talk about what your year would look like if you cultivated the things that matter to you most. Okay. Then you have an area here where you can brainstorm for the year ahead. It have you to really and truly think about the things that you want to say no to and the things that you want to say yes to. All know that if we say yes to something, we're really saying no to something else, and vice versa. So this really helps you to be intentional with your goal setting, and I really, really like that. So it really allows you just to sit down and just really think about all the things that you really want to accomplish and how you can go about accomplishing those things and what you need to focus on. And then it helps you with choosing your word of the year. I like that they provide you a space with that. And then you put your word of the year there here in the planner, and you write out why you chose that word. So then you write a letter to yourself. You say, my name is Karen. I'm going to focus on the future. I'm capable of change, and I just love this, because this is where you can actually sit down, write a letter to yourself, and imagine the best year. So that's some of the prep work and the Cultivate What Matters. And you also have a vision board. As you guys can see, I didn't do my vision board this year. So we're going to go ahead and move forward to the setup and assessment for Moxie Life. So that gives you a life compass. Okay, and these are the life compasses here. And then they go into asking you questions, and you rate yourself in each of the questions in each area of your life. And then once you have completed that, you score yourself, and then you take the total number of the score and you divide it by 8. Yes, you divide it by 8. And that will be your score in that particular category. So I took this assessment back in September, and you know, I'm not surprised that, you know, in fun and recreation, I'm less than a 5. I kind of knew that. I kind of figured that out. But that's what I like about the Moxie Life Assessment, is that you're able to actually have questions asked of you and you rate them. Okay. Which is totally different than kind of the feel good, you know, rate yourself from 1 to 10. They actually give you questions to answer to help you rate yourself. And then you have your intentions. I didn't do that part. And then they have here where you can do your annual goals for each of the categories. And what I do love about both of these planners is that they both have color coordinated system, and they both provide you with a vision board. So I love that about each of them. After that, after you've completed your assessment, that's pretty much it for Moxie Life, okay? And what I love about Cultivate What Matters is that it allows you to dig a little bit deeper. And when I say that, I'm going to move the Moxie Life Planner here, and I'm going to put this planner here so you all can actually see where here with Cultivate What Matters, it actually provides you with your goals, your big goals, okay? And then as you are looking at your big goals, you have the ability to take each goal and develop an action plan right then and there as you're doing your prep work. Okay, that's one of the things that I like about Cultivate What Matters. Not that you don't do this here in Moxie Life Planner, but I just find that doing the prep work, understanding what my goals are, and developing an action plan right then is a good thing. It gets me to thinking more in depth, in detail about the actual goal. Then what I love is the mini goals that you have here and here with your action goals. So for each action goal, they give you 3 mini goals that that you can think about and turn those mini goals into projects that you can do over a 1 to 3 month period. So that's one of the things that I really like about the Cultivate What Matters, is that it allows you to take each goal, brainstorm on your action plan, and break it down into 3 mini goals that will help you accomplish your goals in 1 to 3 months. So that's one of the things that I really like about Cultivate What Matters. Okay, now as we go into our yearly overview, this is an opportunity for you to take your goals. And as you guys can see, a lot of that stuff I didn't do because I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be very transparent. This work in this Cultivate What Matters is intensive. It's time consuming, and I will be honest, I was intimidated by all of this prep work in the very beginning. But because I like to goal set and I kind of have an idea of how I want to go about doing things, I kind of said, oh, okay, Karen, well, I can still goal set using a planner later on without doing all the prep work. I would caution myself not to do that again, to actually do the work, up front, because I believe that's one of the reasons why we may struggle with our goal setting, is that we don't do the work up front. So 2021, I'm going to be doing all the work up front, regardless of which planner I choose to go with. So, and both of them have a, I know that this one does. I think it's more so back here. Maybe they don't have it. A year overview. At least it's not in the beginning of the prep work. So you have your yearly overview here. So is that it allows you to do prep work at the beginning of every month. Unlike, close this one up. Okay. With Maske Life, okay, you have your monthly goals. You just write out your monthly goals. There's really and truly no prep work unless you want to do the prep work on your notes reflection. And then you go into your weekly actions. So what I do love about Moxie Life Planner is that you can actually plan out your goals and your weeklies in the same planner. Unlike with Cultivate What Matters, the only thing you have is your prep work along with your monthly spread, and then you go into your tending list. Okay, now with both of these planners, they both provide you with tips. Let me close this up. With tips of, no, let me go back, because right here I am in, what month am I in? In May. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to May here, just so that we can stay on an even accord. Okay, month of May. This is what the May tab looks like. So with with Moxie Life, you have your divider with your quote. With Cultivate What Matters, you have your quote, or your motivation quote. Both of them contains motivation quotes, which I like. And you flip over and you go right into your monthly spread. With Cultivate What Matters, you're going right into your prep work. So it talks to you about the prep work of to get your mind thinking about what you need to do for the month. And then you go into your monthly layout. And then you go into your tending list. Now, like I said, in both of these planners give you tips. So they have motivational quotes throughout the Moxie Life as you flip through the pages, which I like. So every time you flip a page, you will have a quote. You do not have that with Cultivate What Matters. With Cultivate What Matters, what they have you have is an encouraging word and what your top priority is for that month. Okay. And then you have your notes and reflection. Here with Moxie Life, you have a key tip to create a joy list. And I like this because as you're planning throughout the year, they give you little tips to help you go. It helps you to goal set and to create things to help you achieve, give you tips to help you achieve your goals. Okay, so you have your notes and reflection here. And then you have your weekly actions, which is very similar to what Cultivate What Matters provides you, except for, here with Moxie, you're able to break those weekly actions down by your categories. And when you flip over for Moxie, you have your reflections for the end of the week or the beginning of the week, depending on how you want to use it. And then they have another tip here that talks about forgiveness. And then you go back into your weekly actions again. I'm gonna move this one. So then you are able to plan out your weeks. And with Moxie Life Planner, you have the ability to be able to keep track of your habits. And then every day they have a heart here that allows you to focus on gratitude. Okay, so I really like that about the Moxie Life. One thing I didn't mention is the paper quality. The paper quality on both of these planners is great. Okay, so now we've made it to the end of the Moxie Life for the month, where you have your monthly reflections. Okay, and to give you some questions to ask yourself, your biggest win for the month, things that are currently working in your life, things that aren't working, what you learned this month, what improvements or adjustments do you need to make. Also talks about what I'm grateful for and provides yourself with a rating. With Cultivate What Matters, when you have your month in review, you have similar to what Moxie Life provides, but here is more of a block system where you can actually write. Okay, and yeah, so with Cultivate What Matters, you have an opportunity to they have wild cards you can use and download wild cards and put on the back of your sheets. And yeah, so my impression is that I like both of these planners. I like them both. I really do. And it's going to be hard to choose. So if you've stuck with me this long, go ahead, leave me a comment, and let me know which planner you prefer. Which planner are you leaning towards? Now, when I think about Moxie, okay, Life Planner, this is more of a traditional planner in my opinion, because you have a monthly and weekly with the option of a vertical and a horizontal layout. Okay, this is in my opinion, your traditional goal setting planner. Cultivate What Matters, in my opinion, is not a planner in a traditional sense of having weekly and daily layouts. In my opinion, Cultivate What Matters have more in-depth questions to help you set your goals. In both planners, again, like I said, I love both. I love both. Now, the things with Moxie is that you are able to goal set and do your weekly plans in this planner. Unlike Cultivate What Matters. When you do Cultivate What Matters, you have to use this for your goal setting, and then you have to use another planner for planning out your weekly and daily activities. Okay, so do they both accomplish the same thing in my opinion? Yes, absolutely. So it's all about your preference and how you want to do your goal setting. Now, with Cultivate What Matters, you have the ability to buy a 6-month undated version of this planner. With Moxie Life, you do not have that option. However, with Moxie Life in their new 2021 release, they will provide you with companion notebooks. Okay. And those companion notebooks are undated and they don't have any tips inside of those. Now, the only reason why I know that is because I listened to their 2021 planner launch reveal last Thursday. Okay. Now, what I love about Moxie Life is the questioning and the scoring system and how it's based on how you are feeling. I like the fact that you can goal set and plan in this planner all in one. I love that they both have vision boards. I love that they both give you tips when you're doing your prep work for your annual goals. I love that they both provide you with a place to cultivate gratitude. I love them both. I don't know what else to say. I love them both. And it's very, very possible, Goal Krushers, that I may get them both. So tell me, the decision is real, the decision is hard, because these are goals. These are your goals. These are the things that's going to help you have the well-balanced life that you want, you love, and you deserve. So in my opinion, you will not go wrong with either. So I hope you all enjoyed my walkthrough, talk through, first thoughts, first take on these two planners. So I will see you all in the very next video. You all take care, stay strong, stay blessed, be encouraged, and always remember, plan with the end in mind. And I'll see you in the very next video, Goal Krushers. Bye-bye now. Okay, Goal Krushers, that was a mouthful, right? I know it was a mouthful, but I wanted to try to give you all my best overview and first take of these two planners. Again, I love them both. In my opinion, you cannot go wrong with either. It just all depends on how you feel about goal setting. If you feel intimidated, not intimidated. If you feel that you will be overwhelmed, all the questions and deep thought process of thinking about your goals, Cultivate What Matters may not be for you. If you want a planner that's very straightforward with questions to ask you how you're doing in the various categories of your life, I would go with Moxie. Okay. Both planners do a good job at providing you with what you need to set your goals. Now, on my channel, on this channel in 2021, I will be sharing with you all later on down the year what planners, my planner lineup for 2021. So if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell, so when that video comes out, you will not miss it, because it's going to be some good stuff in that video. I'm telling you, I'm working on my lineup now as we speak. And as I always say here on Crushing Goals with Karen, I always plan with the end in mind. And it's always my intent to provide you all with good quality content and products that I use to help set and crush and plan my goals out. So I'll see you all in the very next video. Bye, Goal Krushers. See you next time.